Say what, baby? Nah, no, I'm good. Welcome in, welcome in. We are here live and in full effect for y'all today on this lovely Saturday with Hot Topics Reloaded. Hot Topics Reloaded is what we doing today. We had so much fun on last week. Hello everyone coming in. We got Ashley Lane, we got Cynthia Faulkner, we have Love Sky always, Joyce, we got Ashley Smooth. What's up? We got Felice. Hold on, I gotta get that name right. Felicia Mathis. We got Taj, our daughter, on here who's a moderator on YouTube. Shania, what's up? Hey, y'all coming in on YouTube. What's up? Welcome. Anna Marie said, I can't wait for your funny tale. Yes. Hey, Becca. How are you? I am eating some toast this afternoon. I'm getting out to a late start of getting something in my belly today. Fluker. Oh, girl, I was reading that wrong, Cynthia. I'm sorry, boo. I'm sorry. Thank you for the correction. Hello. All right. Hey, Nicole, what's up? Yeah, I'll take that. What's up, Nicole? How are you? I got Mr. Thank you so much. He said, I love y'all living room. Thank you. Yep. Yes, thank y'all for coming in. Where are y'all coming in from? We are located in Birmingham, Alabama. Whoop, whoop. Yes, we are in Birmingham, Alabama. How many Alabamians do we have in the house today? And then where else are you coming from? Usually we got Atlanta, who is in the house. California is usually in the house. We got Louisiana, Oklahoma. I say 1, 2. We got New York, Chicago, Hawaii, DC. We got Mississippi. We got Moss Point, Modesto, California, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Jackson, Mississippi. All right, we got Virginia. We got Jamaica, Huntsville, Alabama, Memphis. We got Houston, North Carolina. We got Michigan, Connecticut, Maryland. Oh my God, we got Macon. So we got everybody in the house this morning. Yes, we got everybody. So did y'all see my last joke on nowhere in the Bible does it say that Adam dropped Eve off at work and kept her car? I mean, when I tell y'all Joaquin, I intentionally did that one in front of him just because I wanted to hear him laugh. So we are located right now in Birmingham, Alabama. That's where we live. We are originally from Mississippi. Okay, so we are originally from Mississippi. I was born and raised in Meridian, Mississippi, and Joaquin is from the Decatur, Hickory, Mississippi area. So, yeah, we have Florida. We got Columbus, Ohio. We got Mobile, Alabama, West Virginia. I always forget how to say, is it Sevierville, Tennessee? Sevierville, yeah. We got Ohio up in the house today. Come on, Ohio.
Come through, Ohio.
Come through, Ohio. Come through. We got Cincinnati, Ohio. We got Columbus, Ohio. I'm sure we have Cleveland, Ohio in here too. New Jersey, Kansas City. So look, when I tell y'all Monday, you guys want to stay tuned to our platforms. If you are not connected to us on all platforms, you want to stay connected to us on all platforms. We got a lot of information dropping for you guys Monday. Monday, we have a lot of information dropping for you guys Monday. So, yeah, everybody is asking, are we ready for the 4th of July?
Ooh, yeah.
We are. All we're doing is just kind of sitting around the house,
Catch a firework.
watching TV. Like he said, we're going to catch a fireworks show at one of the lakes around here. So, yeah, we are. So, we are ready. We are as ready as we are going to be. Okay? What are y'all doing for the 4th of July? What are y'all doing? I'm just up here trying to talk with a mouthful of food. Yep.
What do they think about the joke, baby?
They didn't really come. Oh, a lot of people say they're working.
Is Dave on
Some
there?
people are barbecuing. I hadn't seen David pop up yet. They said they got a big cookout going on. All right, Thick Love. All right, working, schoolwork.
Oh, we invited.
Yep, working that morning. Okay. Enjoying family. Yep. Hey, baby, boss man Blue. Boss man Blue said, "Tell your husband what's up."
What's up, boss man Blue?
Mm-hmm.
Hold up.
Yeah, some people are traveling this holiday. I know my younger brother, he's traveling this holiday with his family. So, yeah. Fire up the hood. Southern barbecue. All the way from Tucson, Arizona. Okay. Somebody said, y'all come on through.
All right.
Somebody said, I'm going to a couple of cookouts.
Tell them I'm coming to sample everything. Now, Stacy,
You what?
if we come to your barbecue, you have to cook specifically for her.
Oh, yeah. I do barbecues. I do cookouts, but I'm very specific on the things that I do during cookouts or what I eat. I'll say that. The stuff that I eat at a cookout because it's kind of, I'm a very finicky eater. I'm a very finicky eater. So,
Very.
yeah. So, it's very rare that I can go somewhere. I don't care if it's family or friends or whatnot. I can't. It's very rare. I'm coming, baby. I'm finna scoop.
You good, I'm good. Hey, everyone.
Yeah, it's very rare that I get to. Hey, Jazz.
So
That I really eat.
TikTok, YouTube. I was in the Air Force. Somebody asked what branch of service.
Okay.
I was in the Air Force. Mm-hmm. So for all the military vets on here, military wives, families, hey, happy 4th.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so look, who was on our last live? And as always, y'all see my pretty wife, man. Ain't she pretty? My face getting fat. My face getting fat.
Is his face getting fat, y'all? You ask a question.
I'm asking you. How they know?
They see you on here, you looking and you like, they see you.
Thank you. So,
Yes.
hey.
Hey. Oh.
Hey, Father God, thank you for this day, Lord. Thank you for your immense blessings upon our lives, Father God. Allow us to be used today with your word and encourage people to do the work that you have for them and that purpose, Father God. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. You could have told them we were going to pray, but okay. Thank y'all.
So, like I said, the last time we spoke on here, we were actually talking about, I think the hot topic of the moment was...
SEX.
It was
That was
sex.
the hot topic that day.
It was sex.
That was the hot topic that day.
It was sex.
Yeah.
We ain't going back. Y'all want to go back there?
Yeah. It was talking about relations.
Yeah.
Okay? Relations, because
Yeah.
most people, I mean, dating these days is not the same. It's just not. It's tough dating. It is so tough. But yeah, I do got one for you though. Yeah. What do you call a boomerang that does not come back?
A stick.
Yeah, it's a stick.
I got one.
It's a stick.
Man, yeah. Hey, I'm catching on to her, y'all. Man.
Oh my God. I know I can come better than that. I know, right? I can come better than that. I can come so much better. Yeah, he was ready today. He ready today, y'all.
Oh, y'all.
He ready today.
Oh. I got him on the right side of the bed.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, but like my wife said, dating is not the same. I promise you, I don't know if I would enjoy dating these days if I was still single. There are a lot of, in my opinion, standards that are not being held up today. And that's on both parts. From women and men. And I guess we can say this in any generation, every generation. But from what we're looking at.
Right. That's good. When relationships struggle because of careers.
And someone said that dating is hard and exhausting.
And exhausting.
And it shouldn't be that way.
Oh my gosh.
First of all, if you're trying to court someone, I'm going to say court, because dating entails a little bit more than what courting does. It shouldn't be exhausting.
D. Clark in the house.
What's up, D. Clark? Bloop, bloop.
Yeah.
But then I'm going to tell you something. A lot of the times when we want what we want so bad, I think, in my opinion, sometimes we settle and we accept things we normally wouldn't accept, and that's what makes it kind of exhausting. Because if you stick to a standard, I didn't say be bougie, I didn't say be so picky that nobody can approach you, or you're so picky that you wave everybody off. But you still have to hold a standard to who you are, to have fun, to be approachable. I tell anybody, if you court somebody, 3 different people in a week, that's your business. I said court. That means you take them out or they take you out. Get to know them outside of that intimate setting. Just to get to know who they are. Just to get to explore who you are.
Man, this is good. This peach mango is really good.
Told you.
Yeah, it's really good. Okay, so I have a question. Okay, so I have a question this is for my singles, because I also have a follow-up question for my married couples, okay?
This is for singles.
This is for singles. This particular question that I'm about to ask is for singles first, okay? What do you find is the hardest thing about dating, about being in a relationship now, dating someone and being in a relationship? What is the hardest thing that you find that you are struggling with in relationships and dating, not marriage? This is not, I don't want anyone who's married to answer that question. This is for singles. What do you find is the hardest thing for you in dating and in your relationships? Okay? Or if you're single and you're not dating, what's the hardest thing about trying to get in a relationship? Okay? Jazz, you answer, because y'all are engaged and y'all have been together for a while. I want you to answer the marriage question, Jazz. Okay? So I'm going to look over here. We have communication and truth, communication, opening up my heart. So that's the ones on YouTube that we've gotten the feedback.
All right, so and that's good. On TikTok, we have Finding someone interesting, trust, communication, honesty, being scared. That's good. Being scared. That is, and I would love to know where that fear comes from.
A lot of people are saying trust.
Can't find honesty. Someone who isn't playing games. Trust, pretty much trust.
Yeah.
One young lady says a work schedule.
Okay, communication and trust, open communication.
Balance. Yep.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
In relationships.
Honesty.
So when you talk about balance in relationships, just being in a relationship, not married, but being in a relationship, what do you mean by balance? Because remember, everyone's definition of relationship and what they need in a relationship is different.
Yep.
So balance is a really good one based on where you are and what your non-negotiables are, what your expectations are of that person. All of those things play a huge part in that. Okay? So let me tell you all, I'm not, of course, go ahead. Go.
Let me say this. If you're dating, once again, our opinions, if you're dating and courting someone, your definition of balance, you can't force that on someone. If your definition of balance doesn't fit my schedule and I really feel you, and you say we're not balanced and that cuts us off, that it is what it is.
Yeah. And you have to understand scheduling as far as careers are concerned in the dating aspect of it, okay? And what does that look like? When do we hang out? How do we plan date nights? All of that has to be considered when you talk about how much do we see each other if we're just dating and in a relationship. What does that look like? Moving in with each other. All of that plays a huge part. But let me tell y'all one of the things, this is just one. And remember, a lot of this, I'm sorry, y'all, we keep having a problem with YouTube. And then it just knocks people out completely.
Then we just re-download it. Did you do it on the
What do
computer
you
the other
mean?
night, or is it just?
It was here. I probably should have done it on the computer. Yeah. So next time I'll know to do it on the Okay, but we're back. I'm sorry, you all. We're trying to deal with YouTube, and it must be my It's gotta be
Want me to pull my
the
computer?
iPad. No, because we'll have to go out and start all over again for YouTube.
Gotcha.
We can't just go in. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'm sorry, you all. So what I was saying was what we're finding a lot of couples that are in relationships are dealing with is sex in relationships before marriage. A lot of sex, having to talk about finances and what that looks like. And these are just 3 things that I'm gonna tell y'all that a lot of couples are dealing with. Okay. Reg 2. Okay, so I'm gonna block this person. Yeah.
Just hold it.
Okay, just hold it down. Confirm. There we go. Hey, D. Clark, we took care of that we took care of the blocked part on TikTok for you. Okay.
Hey, sweet Tarlene from Belize.
I'm sorry, y'all. I keep getting distracted. I'm sorry.
But go ahead. We're talking about a distraction in relationships being sex.
Being sex.
Finances.
Talking about finances, especially when you've been in a long-term relationship. Okay. When you've been in a long-term relationships, a lot of things that come in deal with sex in the relationship because it fogs your decision making. It fogs, some things when it comes to finances and what you're doing and everything.
Getting dropped off at work.
Yep.
In your car.
Yep. So yeah. We have a lot of trolls on TikTok today, you all. Okay. We have a lot of trolls on TikTok, so please don't entertain their comments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please don't.
So we have sex, we got money, and one other thing is what most of you said is being able to have conversation and communicate with them. Okay? Those are the 3 things that we are that we have found relationships are dealing with. And those are some of the things that we touch on when we're in couples coaching with them, okay?
Yep. And I'm gonna say this one word that I did not see in your when your what your complaints or what your issue would be in dating. One word I did not see was patience, and I was waiting for someone to say that, but I never saw it. If I did not see it and you mentioned that, then I apologize. But I didn't see the word patience. And
God, we didn't see God.
we didn't see God.
Yes.
Thank you, sweet Tarlene. If you don't have God and patience when it comes to courting, dating, anything you rush into is always going to have issues. And you're always going to look back and say, I saw that, but now because of miscommunication, sex, emotional ties, not only did I miss it, I just overlooked it. And now
I let it go.
And I thought, well, they wouldn't do that to me.
Well,
That couldn't happen to me. But by the time I give all that up, and then I try to address it, it's too late. You done gave her the prize. You gave her the prize. So now you're behind the 8 ball in making the relationship first.
Yep.
And we're not speaking on just what we learned as counselors or coaches. We're speaking on what we've lived.
What we lived when we were dating.
And I'm telling you, man.
Yep. When I'm gonna tell you, Joaquin would go to drill when we started attending church together. And of course, I mean, everybody knows by now. Anyway, if you've been watching us for a while, if everybody knows I was the heathen, Joaquin was very well established in his faith before we got into our relationship, before we got married and everything. So he was very solid, okay? I was the heathen. And some of y'all would probably still say that I'm the heathen based on some of my jokes. But you know what?
Still the heathen. Still the heathen.
I'm still the heathen.
Yeah, you still the heathen.
But anyway, but I'm a saved one. I'll tell you that much, baby. I am saved and delivered. What they call it? Saved, sanctified, and delivered.
Sanctified and
baby,
delivered, baby.
I am that. I am that, okay?
I confirm that.
Yes, see? He confirmed that. But when we were dating and we started attending church together, we found a church home that we both were great with. And it was also a place where our kids could worship in their own worship service. Joaquin would go to drill. So and he would go to another city and go to drill. He would call me on those Sundays that he was not home or that he wasn't in the same city because we didn't live together before we got married. He would call me and be like, "You going to church this morning?" I was like, "I don't think I am." And he was like, "You're going to church. Get up and take them girls to church." He would make me get up. And he was like, "Just because I'm not here does not mean you all don't go to church." He was like, "Stacey, you have got to start getting up and taking them to church, whether I'm here or not." Okay? And that was how we grounded ourselves in our relationship. And being patient and opening up, being able to communicate about anything, okay? And so it is, when you have that patience, when you have God, when you're able to have those conversations and being able to truly communicate with each other openly and honest.
That's it. Open and honest. I'm going to say this. And then my wife is sitting right here. She can tell you. I was so in tune with who I was in the world. I didn't know how to lie. Lying. I'm sorry, the kids. Lying was something I cannot stand somebody lying to me, and I'm not finna lie to you. If you cannot accept my answer or my response or my feelings, who am I to make you like who I am, or who am I to change who I am for you? If I try to change who I am for somebody else to meet their expectations, I'm doing myself a disjustice. If I got with my wife and with many females, and they were like, "What you expect out of this?" Yada yada. Woo woo. But I'm not doing relationships. I don't do titles. I'm not looking for this. This is what I'm looking for. Boom boom boom. And most people will get offended But you're getting offended for the truth?
I ain't gonna finish, y'all.
This is the
I'm
thing.
cool with that.
When you meet me, I'm telling you, this is what I'm about. And I'm doing it with a smile.
People about that dollar sound, that missionary. That shit they're done.
Damn right. It's right. But
Oh
guess what?
Ignorant, y'all.
Ignorant. Ignorant.
Y'all know I'm right.
Thank you, Detroit. Get out. But I tell you what. One thing my wife would ever tell you, she never had to wonder about how I was feeling.
No.
But nowadays, you have this right here. I'm gonna put myself together, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that. First of all, I'm not trying to impress you with how much money I have.
Somebody asked you how you deal with me.
Prayer. I deal with my wife with prayer. But nowadays, people go out and they try to put this facade on, and this is the thing. And everyone's guilty of it, even me, to a certain extent. You want to look your best for people. Me personally, I want to be noticed for me. I don't want anyone walking into a room trying to be the loudest or allowed to be seen in the room, and then that gets you the wrong attention. See, who you are and what's inside of you will make room for you and will expose you to the right people. But if you act outside of who you are, you get noticed and recognized by the wrong set of people. And I'm telling you, I'm telling you all. When I was in the world, I could sit back in a corner and I could literally pick out the females that were insecure.
Because what's on you, people can see.
I could sit back and pick out the females that was, I don't care how pretty you were, I don't care how well put together you were, I don't care what your GPA was, I don't care how much money you had, I don't care what car you drove. I could pick out how insecure you were, and I could step to you in a way that I was normally successful.
Yeah.
Because women that are insecure, they're going to hold their guard up a little higher, and they don't think they're approachable to a certain extent or by certain people, and they don't want to be challenged.
So what was I? Tell me what was I?
Insecure.
Oh, God, dog. Okay. I wasn't expecting that answer, but okay.
My wife was very well put together, but my wife had insecurity issues, but they didn't come out as insecure. She came out as very... My wife tried to intimidate people. No, her demeanor was intimidating, and she intimidated a lot of men, grown men. And I used to just look at them and be like this. Sit down somewhere.
Y'all see the arrogance? Do y'all see the arrogance here? Do y'all see the arrogance here? This is how he was when I met him. Like, I used to hate him. I used to be like, this Negro so arrogant. I used to be like, he's so arrogant. I know, whatever.
And I wasn't arrogant. I just knew who I was.
Oh, Lord, okay.
I used to tell my wife, you finish. Because when you get, this is what I told my wife, and this is how honest we were.
Yeah.
My wife told me I'm recently divorced. She didn't tell me when. She didn't tell me how the ink hadn't dried yet at the time. Recently divorced, 2 kids, recently divorced for the second time. Now I'm like, woo! Should I or shouldn't I? But this is what I told her. Because of my mindset at the time, your present situation has nothing to do with my end goal. See, you ain't finna scare me away.
And see, here's the thing. But I might have been insecure, but I was also a challenge, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes, very much a challenge.
Okay.
Very much. 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Older than me.
Mm-hmm.
Securing herself to a certain extent. Knew what she wanted. And my wife knew how to... She knew how to control a scene. She knew how to try to control the scenario. And my thing is, it was my job to sit back and say, okay, I'll let her think she in control.
But what did your uncle, the first time Uncle Tim met me?
Oh, she got
First
game.
time.
Oh, she got game.
The first time our uncle met me, I always say our uncle, that's my uncle.
Yeah, sure. Shout out. What's up, Uncle Tim? Tim, right?
Yes. The first time when I left Memphis that particular Sunday afternoon.
He told me, he said, yeah, you better watch out for that one. She got game. And she did. She got game. Period. Mm-hmm. Everybody on here has game. But how do you use it?
Yeah.
Is your game a positive for you, or is it a hindrance for you?
Yep. So it was when I tell you honesty, Joaquin was very, very honest. And like he said, titles he was not putting a title on anyone. Like, he had friends. Everybody know about Margaret. Okay. Everybody know about her. He had another friend named Angela.
Whoa, let's talk. Okay.
Yeah, he had all these friends. Like, he had a lot of friends, y'all. Like, a lot of friends.
Okay, let's talk. Name it. Firefighters, UPS, photographer. Who else? So, hold on.
Really?
Ex-husband, teacher from Texas.
Oh,
come on now.
See.
Hey, don't call me out. They ain't gonna call you out.
DMX song. Renee, kill. Yeah, Joaquin has nicknamed all of the folks from my past.
Yep. They used to call me Ludacris. Area codes.
Yeah, he did. But see, here's the thing. We were so open with each other. FBI wife over there.
Off top.
Baby.
Let me tell y'all a story before we get to this.
Okay, story time.
Let me tell you how slick my wife is. Let me show you this game, y'all. So, after a year of us knowing each other, my wife threw me a surprise birthday party.
Oh. I wonder, have y'all never heard this story? We told y'all this story.
I'm sorry, y'all.
I think some of them have heard this story.
Well, let me tell you.
Okay, we're gonna tell. Okay, it's story time, y'all.
So my wife throws me a surprise birthday party, y'all. Mm-hmm. Now I'm gonna fast forward. After the birthday party, the next day, I get a phone call from an ex-female friend. Mm-hmm. And she says, "Hey, how you doing? Happy birthday, yada yada, woo woo." I ain't thinking nothing about it. Hey, good to hear from you. She said, how was the party? I said, the party was... How you know about the party? Wait a minute. Your friend didn't tell you? She called me and invited me. She called me and invited you?
I sure did.
Wait a minute.
I did invite her.
Wait a minute. And I said, wait, then this is what she said, y'all. This is what she said. Yeah, because I told her, she asked me, well, you know where he stayed, right? I said, she did. I said, no, I've never been to his house. She was like, well, if you need anything, just call me and I'll give you the directions. Now I'm finding this out the day after the party, and I'm like, now I hang up the phone, I'm sitting there thinking like this. This chick is
okay. But hey,
that's some gangster shit. That's some gangster shit.
Hey, look, okay, Queen Petty, baby. Hey.
I said, how did she get? So I waited.
No, you gotta tell them the entire story about coming to the party, about being surprised. He had class this night. No.
Hey,
if you're gonna tell the story, tell the story.
I'm just saying, some things.
Tell the story.
This is what they gotta do with you.
So what?
What they gotta do with to you?
All of it has to do with me. Every piece of it, every little detail has to do with me. Okay? So I'm planning the party. I'm planning the party with his best friend Val, because Val has class with him.
We need the whole story.
Okay,
Shut up.
The entire story. All right. So Val, his best friend, has class with him that night.
Don't lie now.
Val has class with him. So Val is my girl who is like, okay, he's headed back to the apartment. We're in class. He's this, he's that. Okay.
Shout out,
me and her. Yeah. Shout out to my girl Val.
Yeah, my best friend.
My girl Val. She
Valerie
would hold it down for me, y'all.
Valerie Bridgeforth now.
Okay. So So we're going back and forth, okay? And she's telling me this and other. So of course, there are people that I know Joaquin knows on campus, but there are also people that I know on campus that I wanted to invite to his surprise party, okay? It's this one female that was really good friends with me from my hometown. When I would go back home and take summer classes, she and I took summer classes together at the community college, okay? Rewind, didn't know she knew Joaquin, didn't know she knew Joaquin. I mean, this girl knew Joaquin, if y'all catch my drift, okay? So I'm not knowing this, but I mean, we hanging out, we at the gym, me and this girl at the gym, and I was like, oh my God, I'm having my boyfriend a surprise birthday party, okay? So she was like, okay, you know, where is it? I tell her where it is, what time. I said, you need to be there early because it's a surprise birthday party for him and he'll be in class. She was like, okay, yay, got you. Man, so she comes over, me and her chit-chatting at the bar. We got the food and everything ready. Now, me and this girl is tight, okay? All right. Val texted me and she was like, okay, Stacey. She said, Stacey, he on his way. And then she called me and she was like, okay, Stacey, I'm right behind you.
Put your head up, big boy.
So look, so Val gets in her car and she called. She said, he on his way back. I'm right behind him. He has no clue. She said, I told him that I'm coming over there to pick up something from him. So I was like, okay, good. I said, hopefully you'll walk in with him. And she was like, yeah, I will. So she stays on the phone with me until they get up the stairs.
Hold on. Right? Someone said, let's go to commercial.
Joaquin's getting ready to come in the house, okay, y'all?
Oh,
so
man.
Joaquin comes in the house and everybody that's there is like, surprise!
Surprise heck out of me.
Y'all, when I tell y'all, this particular chick surprised the hell out of him. He was like, oh, like, what you doing here? And he was like, Stacey invited me. And he was like, wait a minute. He was like, wait a minute, you know Stacey?
Yeah,
I was like, that's my girl. He was like, you know Stacey? He was like, you know her? I was like, yes, I know her.
I was
like, what is the big deal?
I was like, none. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, he's like, I'll talk to you later. Y'all, when I tell you, his eyes were like, this ain't happening. Like, this really is not happening to me today.
On my birthday.
On his birthday. On his birthday. He found out that me and this girl are cool with each other. All right, we go throughout the night. I'm not knowing what's going on. I just know he was like, yeah. Never in a million years did I think I was going to hear that he has been with this young lady. I was like, oh, Lord. I was like, no, like, not my girl. And he was like, yeah. I mean, he told me. He did. He was straight up with me. He was like, Stacey, he was like, let me tell you. He says, she and I did sleep together. And I was like, oh, okay. It kind of surprised me because of her, because of just who she was, you know. And I was like, okay. I mean, I couldn't get mad.
Someone said, okay, run credits.
It was before me. It was before me. So, hey, I was like, but yeah. But then I did call because she was your ex, right, Angela? She was your ex.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the girl that I called who couldn't make it was his ex-girlfriend, okay? And I knew he still had, you know, conversations with her. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it was just, you know, conversations. That's it. Yeah, commercial.
That's all you had.
It's commercial break.
It's commercial break, yeah.
It's
So you had already finished having, you know, relations with her, huh?
And yes.
Yeah.
She wasn't that, she was like, look, if we're not together, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah. So,
I
but yeah,
that.
I did.
No,
I called
somebody said
her.
this ain't no commercial, this HBO.
But yeah, I did. I got a call for a quick baby.
Yeah, so look, that gathering was kind of intense. You know, it was a couple females in there that she had actually came with my friends that I'd actually been with, and you know, look, small world. But this is the thing. In relationships and in life, you're usually confronted with opportunities to show who you are. And when you're confronted in life, It shows you who your character is. I could have easily said, I don't know what they're talking about, and say, hey, let's just keep it cool and lie about it. No, we ain't lying about nothing. I've been with them. Yep. It happened before you. Most people don't want to say that. Most people want to fake the funk and, hide themselves. Look, I can't help my past and I can't change it. Uncle Tim on here.
Uncle Tim on there.
What's up, Aunt?
What's up? We were just talking about you. Somebody must have told him we were talking about him.
Yeah. But I challenge every last one of you on here if you're dating. Be honest. I'm not saying go out there and tell on yourself. I'm saying if the questions present themselves or you start liking somebody, just let them know, hey, this is some of my past. Give them, this is what I always tell people. This is why me personally, even when I was single, I don't deal with married people. Period. I'm talking about me now. I'm talking about me. I don't deal with married people. Have I ever slept with some married people? Yes. Did I know they were married? No. And that's not. I'm not sitting up here trying to put all my business out there to say you did this. No. I'm telling you that life happens. But once I found out they were married, I cut things off. You know why? Give me the opportunity to make the decision for myself.
Yep, give me the choice. Mm-hmm.
If I ask you a question, don't lie. Let me choose.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Well, I dated marry me a new one, so it's like, we ain't gonna talk about that though.
Yeah.
Quick question.
And that's some of the
Somebody said quick question. Go ahead, ask your question, Betty.
Yes, Joseph, I was in the military. She was not. We got Hawaii in the house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm not saying this. All of your actions and decisions shows who your character is in that moment.
Yeah.
Now, who you were 5 years ago, if you tell me things about 5 years ago, I don't expect you to be that person if you've grown.
Right.
I can't hold it over your head. I had the same exact scenario with my wife as she experienced with me at the party.
When you walked in my job?
Oh, we ain't gonna talk about that. No, we were in Memphis, but I couldn't even eat at the restaurant.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, we did have that same scenario happen.
One of the main reasons I never wanted to date anyone or be with a female that was from around my way was because of these reasons.
Because of reasons like you run into people that have been with, that have already been with somebody you know, or even a family member. So that was ours. That was my story when it came. If you flip the stories, that was my story. Yeah. So, yeah.
So, but this is the thing. Once you make those decisions, you have to deal with what comes along with it.
Right.
And if you're going to be, I tell people all the time, if you're going to be a coward in the sense of, you deal with that person, I don't want to deal with you, do that.
It is a small world. And that's a great, oh my God. Let me ask y'all a question, okay? This is for married or single, okay? Anybody can answer this. So you start seeing someone, okay? And in conversations, in meeting family and all this kind of stuff. So y'all have been seeing each other probably for about 9 months when all that happened?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have been seeing each other for about 9 months. We still had not put a title because we didn't put a title on us until like 9-10 months after, right?
Probably longer than that.
It was about 9 months.
You didn't tell me. Remember, you didn't tell me you loved me until like a year and a half. So.
But it was 9 months that we actually started like dating exclusively.
Oh, you say so.
Yeah. So. Okay.
Abort mission. Abort mission.
I mean, y'all, sometimes I play with him. Okay. Anyway. So it was about 9 months. We were getting ready to, we were heading out to dinner. And after dinner, he wanted to take me.
No, we were headed to dinner.
Yeah, we were headed to dinner. That's what I said, didn't you?
You said after dinner.
Okay, so we were headed to dinner. But after dinner, we were going over to one of his cousin's house that I didn't know was his cousin.
Good friend.
Really, really good friend of the family. Okay? We all grew up in the same city or in the same surroundings, okay? So as soon as he says, "Oh, when we finish dinner, I want to take you to see my cousin," and he said his name, the look on my face like kind of gave it away. And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "So tell me this person's whole name." And he was like, "Why?" And I was, "Just tell me this person's whole name." And he told me the whole name, and I was like, I just started looking out the window. I was like, oh God.
And all I said, "Are you serious?"
I was like, oh gosh.
I was like, "Are you serious?"
I was like, "That's your cousin?" He was like, "Yep." I was like, he said, "Are you serious?" And I was like,
I started to play that Ludacris song for her. User.
"Use a what?"
Oh. Because that's how I felt. That's how I felt. And in no way, shape, fashion, or form did I have that
He
right.
didn't have them talk.
Because I have way more bodies than she do.
Yeah.
But that's how I felt.
Yeah, that's how he felt. So my question to you all is, if you're dating someone, y'all are getting to know each other, and you find out months down the line that they have had relations with a cousin or a really good friend, what do you do?
I'm telling y'all, but the more y'all know us, the more y'all will understand we shouldn't be.
What? What would y'all do?
We should not be.
Yeah. What would y'all do? Somebody said, "I'm loving this conversation." Oh, somebody said, "I'm gone." Somebody said, "Nothing, nothing." And think about it.
That's your choice.
That's right. That's right. You have a choice to make in that situation. You definitely have a choice to make in that.
That's right. My Uncle Tim said you have it depends on how far you want to go. Mm-hmm. How much you want to love, how much
you love her.
How much you love her.
And if it's not that serious, then I'm out. Uncle Tim said I'm out.
Yeah.
Okay, but then this is the thing.
And see, I was caught in that middle that I was caught in we were caught in a point of,
who would you confront? I'm sorry. Who would you confront, Joyce? Because this happened when
well, first of all, my
16
wife,
years prior to meeting
16
Joaquin.
years.
Yeah, this happened.
Let me put it in perspective. When my wife hooked up with this particular guy, I was still in junior high. My wife was getting ready to graduate high school. I'm still in junior high.
So there's the difference
really,
there.
what could I say?
There's the difference there. Is that it happened 16 years prior to me meeting Joaquin. So that's the big difference there. Okay. So, and we never crossed paths like that ever. That was the only one that we ever crossed that way. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Either without saying, cats first on. Yeah. This is the things. Y'all can look. We can be biblical as we want to be. Save we want to save. Feelings are still real.
Oh, still real.
Insecurities are still real.
Yep.
Having to be around these people and know they still real.
Mm-hmm. It's real.
So
yep.
I can be just as saved and say, you know what?
So I'm sure we.
And a lot of people say, keep moving. That's cool. Keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the thing. If you keep moving, do you take the chance of not ever getting what you probably had with this person? Or if you do get that, you have to work a whole lot harder.
Right.
See, one thing I was caught in like a holding stage, a holding pattern. Because I was like, man, I have fun with this girl. I can't believe this happened, but who am I?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wasn't like it happened last week.
Right, exactly. And that was my whole point. And Joaquin was very, very, when I tell y'all, he was very disturbed behind it.
Yeah, because
he was very disturbed behind it.
For men, when you're close with men, when men are close in a bond, we don't want that. We don't want that.
Yeah.
We don't want to know that.
Right.
No, most women, unfortunately for women, you all can be like, well, okay, cool. It is what it is. Now I have it. We ain't thinking that way.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But then I had to think about it. Well, she has been married twice before me and 2 kids. I can't really hold this one over her head, can I? Yeah, I came this far. But it still didn't make that punch or that cut hurt any less.
Right. It didn't make the cut less painful. It really didn't. Because he was very hurt. He was really stuck between a rock and a hard place because this person was very, very close to his family. Like, very close to our Uncle Tim. I mean, when we go to family functions, this guy and his wife are there all the time. Even to this day.
Yep.
You know. So
it shows you who you are. Sometimes
Yeah.
we have to grow up and understand people have lives just like you do.
Yep.
And then guess what? Unfortunately, I've been caught in a situation at other people's functions and stuff because of my past.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. And I Joaquin and I talk about it often. So we talk about a lot of this stuff often. And we always talk about what if we would have given this up for those little bitty moments that we experienced with each other when it was like that moment, like, wow, really?
Yeah.
You were, you know, so.
And this is the thing. We'd have gave up what we have now for things we had no control over.
We had absolutely no control over. None.
Bye, Stacy. Uncle Tim said, bye, Stacy.
That's what Uncle Tim said.
Oh yeah, it's the ego. It's the ego. Somebody asked, "Do you think it's the ego of the person that might get in the way?" Yes, it's the ego. It's how they've dealt with trauma, what they've seen growing up.
Yeah, so
all that stuff plays
So
plays a
Cynthia,
part.
he's answering your question. Because she wanted to know on YouTube, was it your pride?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
And because he was close to him too.
Yeah, pride of knowing that somebody I know. Man, please, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, you have some tough decisions to make when you're talking about being in a relationship with somebody. When you talk about putting a label on somebody.
Yeah.
These are the type of things when you talk about trust, honesty, communication, being able to have these open conversations and being able to talk about anything. These are the type of conversations Joaquin and I have always had in our relationship.
Yep.
Yeah, it is a man thing. It is
It's
definitely a man thing, y'all.
Yeah.
It is definitely a man thing.
You know, that's why, you know, when they say alpha males, you can't put a lot of alpha males in one room. Somebody's gonna get hurt.
Yep.
I'll tell you what. You put 5 to 10 alpha males in a room with 2 or 3 females that are beautiful females, and see how long them friendships last. Mm-hmm. See how long those friendships last. Me personally, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have never been the one to, if I was in a crowd of people and there was the females around and everybody trying to jock after 1 or 2 females, I separated myself and found someone else. I ain't got time to compete.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I want to be sought out. I've always felt that way. Mm-hmm. I'll make myself present, but I'm.
Oh, sister, you better say that. And my husband, okay? So I don't know, and some of you may be able to relate to this. In the 16 years that I've known my husband, my Uncle Tim has been sensei and Joaquin has been the grasshopper.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys, and he's one of our mentors, okay? And I think we're one of his mentors too. So we mentors, mentee, you know, we all kind of wrap all that up together with each other. That's just how our relationship is with our Uncle Tim. Our relationship is like that with all of our uncles, Tim, Chris, and Clovis. So with all of them.
Yes.
But Joaquin has always been grasshopper with Uncle Tim, and Uncle Tim has always been sensei. Yeah. You know, and it's like just building each other, learning from each other. That's the relationship that Uncle Tim and Joaquin have always had. Now, y'all, if you guys follow us, then you've heard the story about the uncle that I took Joaquin from. So when we got married, that's the uncle. That's Uncle Tim, okay? I took Joaquin from Uncle Tim. Well, Uncle Tim used to have to call me and ask me, can he spend some time with Joaquin, okay? He just wanted Joaquin for 2 hours. Yeah. And I'm telling you, when he would ask me for those 2 hours, I couldn't call Joaquin. Yep. I couldn't do any of that. I had to just let Uncle Tim have Joaquin all to himself for that whole 2 hours.
Yep.
I did, because they were tight like that. They had always had that relationship, so that's how it was. So if y'all ever hear us talk about that uncle that you know, when he's going and he's spending some time with that uncle and I can't call, it's Uncle Tim.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. And someone asked a question on here on TikTok. Do we have a YouTube channel? Yes, we do. D. Clark, would you please pin our YouTube channel there in the comments, please? It's Joaquin and Stacy Loper on YouTube.
Yes.
And someone even asked on here, were we Christians when we met?
Joaquin was, I would.
heathen, and struggling Christian.
He was a struggling Christian. He was kind of wavered, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but yes, but seriously, when you talking about dealing with people who have passed, we're not perfect.
yeah.
And this is the thing. I always tell young people now.
He said double down.
Don't. Yes, we have a P.O. box. Our P.O. box is in our bio. Isn't our bio?
I don't know if it's still in our bio, but I'll put it back in our bio.
I'll tell you what. We are sitting at the D Clark and just have a pin in there for it.
Okay.
We're gonna put our P.O. box in the comments as well before we get off here. Man, I always tell people, just because you make a mistake don't mean you have to keep going making the same mistake over and over again. We know females, and we've heard females say that they wish they were still virgins. Okay, cut it off and start over. Re-virginize yourself. This is the thing. When you put the physical part of a relationship into the relationship, your emotions are everywhere. I can control my emotions as long as I haven't went there. I didn't say I didn't want to go there. I can't control them if I haven't gone there. But once I've gone there, now I want to make sure I get back there.
Yeah.
And now I don't have to. Now I can't act like I really want to act. Now I want to give her way. Man, please. And my thing will be, if you're dating right now or if you're courting, what is your reasoning for courting? What is your reason for courting? Are you courting them because they're cute? Fine. Because if you're courting someone because he's handsome, he's sexy, he's this, you're probably gonna end up losing if that's what you're basing your things off of. Now, did I say that wasn't important? No, it's very important. Very important. The first thing I saw in my wife it wasn't she was a heathen. I didn't know she had 2 kids. I didn't know she'd been married twice. All I knew was, man, she's pretty and she's sexy as hell. This can be another notch on my belt. That's what I was thinking.
You stop celebrating.
No, you celebrate. You celebrate.
Really?
You are the notch. You the last notch.
I'm it.
Yeah.
I'm it.
You the notch.
Okay. I'm the notch.
The notch. And yes, I mean, I did not know my wife was older than me or anything. Man, my wife was, she got to tell me no. And she got to tell me no more than once. Say that. That's right. So, you got to understand this, man. How mature are you to actually stay with someone?
Yeah.
Because a relationship and marriage is built on moments.
Yeah.
How are you capitalizing those moments? Do I have the capacity to focus on her and only her? Ask yourself that. Are you mature enough as a man? I'm speaking to my men now. Are you mature enough as a man to say, I'm going to court this person, and if we start dating, I'm mature enough to focus on you. You and only you. And most men can't say that. Because most men head, just like mine used to be, is on a swivel because of society, how we've been raised, how we've been reared, the people we hang around. I have a beautiful woman right on my arm, and I'm still doing this.
Yep.
And instead of doing this, let me build you. Let's focus on us. Nobody else matters.
See, I'm just peeping in from the peripheral tonight, y'all. I mean, today, y'all.
And I'm gonna be honest with you all.
Letting him take the wheel.
Beauty for some people is only skin deep. But the beauty I see in my wife, man, it holds us together. It holds us together, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't know who I would be. I don't know where I would be if I wasn't with her. Because of the things that people saw as maybe flaws, are the things that I think really hold us together. Period. Yep. Because if you're with the female or you with the guy because he is sexy to appearance, I can 10 times out of 10 tell you that you're gonna meet somebody that's gonna be sexier, finer than him, and you're gonna meet somebody that's prettier and finer than her. Mm-hmm. Skin deep.
Yep.
But can they make you feel like a king?
Baby, I make you feel like, is it King Kong? Yes, yes.
King Kong ain't got on me.
Okay, ain't
Nothing.
got on him, y'all.
Nothing.
Yes,
But
yes.
they got what on me?
Woo, he ain't got on you.
Nothing on me,
nothing.
y'all. And guess what? That's how it's supposed to be.
Yep.
Do you think I'm stupid enough to think that my wife don't see other men that are attractive? Come on now. She's still a human being, and God has gifted her with, a little bit of vision. She can't see that well. She can't see that well, but the little vision she has, she can still see now.
You squint my eyes sometimes, like, woo, I think he's fine. I think, baby. But hey, I got you right here. I can see this.
And this is the thing. I still see women that are attractive, but I don't. My attention is not on them. My attention is on building my marriage every day, building my platform as a father, as a husband, as an entrepreneur, and anything that distracts me from that is a negative.
Yeah.
And that's just how I have to build myself to be.
Yeah.
And that's while we're at our conference and stuff. That's how I'm speaking. This is how I'm speaking to men. Because if you lose something good, it's always going to be coulda, woulda, shoulda.
D, yeah, D Clark, behave, D Clark. I can't with her. I cannot with D Clark.
And that's how we have to look at things. But this is the thing. The only way I could be the way I am as a man, I've had to have other men in place to be to be accountable for me. Man, they had to build me. People always ask me, "Man, you're wise beyond your years." No, I am knowledgeable because of all the things that have been put into me, and I've learned how to make it my own.
Yeah.
And I've learned how to pour it back out. Mm-hmm. That's it.
He has learned how to utilize the tools and the strengthening that he has received, and he has implemented it. See, information without application is simply information.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, that this man on here, Tim Wright, I love him to death. Because not only did he push me to be better, man, he held me to the fire. See, when you're a true friend or a true family member with someone, you want to make sure they step up to the level that they represent the family, not just themselves. I have friends that they know if they doing certain things, I don't deal with them. Mm-hmm. I don't deal with them because I hold you to more than that. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna challenge you to be better, and guess what? I hope and pray that you challenge me to be better.
Yep.
But now we have too many men and there are a lot of women out here too. There are a lot of broken and hurt men and a lot of broken and bitter women who will put their brokenness and their bitterness on other people or the younger generation and say, "Girl, you ain't gotta do that. Just do this." Mm-hmm. Because you're bitter. Mm-hmm. Instead of looking inwardly and saying, "You know what? I could have done better at this. So let me help somebody make sure they don't make the same mistake."
Yeah. Jazz, I'm about to give him your question, sweetie. She said, Jazz, I need you to elaborate on this. She says, doesn't the Bible say he who finds a wife isn't a man supposed to look? Now, when he was talking about looking, just a moment, Jazz, he was talking about looking at other women. But it was him focusing on me to make me what I needed to be for him, right? I think that's
Yeah.
what he meant by that. But yes.
And let me say this, Jazz. Yes, the Bible is clear when it says, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing." That man is going to ask you to marry him, but the Bible isn't speaking about. Wonder if I'm, Jazz, hypothetically speaking, if I'm your soulmate. And I use that word loosely. If I'm your soulmate and I'm sitting at a table at a restaurant by myself, focused on my work,
Excuse me.
but you see me, and you approach me and ask me for my number, that doesn't mean I found you as a wife yet. That just means we've exchanged
connected.
phone numbers.
Right, and we've connected. What you mean everybody not stays?
I was talking about how UPS and FedEx, people ain't gonna find them. I be throwing jabs.
You do be throwing jabs. You get on my last nerve.
I be throwing jabs.
UPS, I'll be walking down Harder Street.
See? He's supposed to be delivering packages.
He paid attention to what's walking down Harder Street. Let me tell y'all.
Now he's trying to deliver a package.
Let me tell y'all, most of the men that I have met be spotting me from afar. They be like, this is something about her.
You know what? We gotta spot her because if we spot her up close,
What's that supposed to mean? What's that supposed to mean?
he'd probably ran lights trying to get down Harder Street, get away from her. That's a good point. We have to spot some things from afar. If we,
I hate you.
seriously,
I hate you. I am David. David, here's something. I'm about fed up with him. I'm about fed up with him throwing me up on the bus today. Get on my last nerve.
but I ain't lying. If I would have been able to see everything my wife came with when I met her, I'd have kept walking.
You weren't supposed to see it.
My point exactly. I had to see you from afar.
You had to see me from afar. You were not supposed to see it up close because you would have missed out on the blessing that God had for you because you would have been trying to look too freaking hard.
Because she was a heathen and now she's saved, I'm going to let her have her moment. I'm going to let her have her moment, y'all. But seriously, like I was saying, Jazz, I don't, me personally, I don't have a problem with women approaching men. That's okay. That shows you that you are a strong woman and you know what you want. Because I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of strong women with the demeanor of like my wife, a lot of men don't know how to approach her. If it's not in the right setting, they don't know how to approach that woman. So if you have to approach him, but he ends up being everything that you need, you win. Mm-hmm. You win.
So I think you can answer this question from YouTube. It says, what should someone say when someone cheated on someone and then asked for forgiveness? You have a choice at that point.
What you mean? So what should I say if I cheated on you?
What should they say? Oh.
Or
okay. He needs clarity.
Yeah, or what should you say if they cheated on you? That's what I want to know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she said yes.
So if they cheated on you.
Mm-hmm. And they ask for forgiveness.
They ask for forgiveness? Or if you choosing to stay, it's like Hustle Man, no. Like the plumber said on that episode of Martin. May cost you a little, may cost you a lot, but it's gonna cost you. Period.
And he's speaking from experience.
Oh, it's gonna cost you.
He's speaking from experience.
And I mean emotionally, spiritually, physically, financially.
And talk a little bit about, the reason you say it's gonna cost you, knowing that it's gonna cost you emotionally, spiritually, financially, and those type of things. Because I'm gonna break it down for you. If you choose to stay after infidelity in the marriage, you choose to start the forgiveness process. Okay, the forgiving process.
And I will say this: you're gonna have to start that process whether you stay or not.
Yes.
So if you're going to truly forgive that person and stay, just understand that nothing will ever be the same, and that's a good thing in my opinion, because what we went through earlier in our marriage, it gave us a reboot to truly learn each other over again. And I relearn I learned how to re-love and fall back in love with my wife, and I learned how to not only admire, I learned how to flourish in a lot of the gifts that I missed in the beginning of her. Yep, I saw them clearly now. So that's what I would say. If you choose to stay, it's gonna hurt. Be able to vent and be able to speak to him in a loving manner or have your moments.
Yeah.
But it's going to. And the first thing you should, first of all, somebody said something about counseling on here. Yes, you're definitely gonna need people to be the mediator for you all, to be the moderator for you all. But this is what people mess up at. First of all, you should have premarital counseling that continues after marriage. My wife and I, 13 years in, marriage is happy. We still have our counselors and our mentors on speed dial.
We do.
We still meet with them, one, if not two or three of them, every 3 to 4 months, just for a checkup.
You change for you.
Yeah, this is the thing. When I stayed because God told me to stay. Because if I'd have listened to me, I'd have been gone.
Yeah.
I'd have been gone. Sometimes you need other people to speak into your life to say, look, there's a bigger picture than what's right here in the moment.
Right. So.
And you,
go ahead.
if you're going to be married, I guarantee you, this is one thing you all better hear me and listen to me clearly on. I don't care if you're already married. If you don't have the right people in your corner, when times get hard, you're going to lose. You're going to lose in some capacity. When times get hard, you need people to be there to challenge you as a man and as a woman, as a wife and as a husband.
Yep. And we tell people all the time, I know somebody was on it, do you change for you or do you change for the other person? You always change for you.
Always.
Always change for you. Despite what's going on and you're struggling in your marriage, always first take a look at the man in the mirror. And that was my problem, is that I needed to take a look at the man in the mirror. Because first of all, I was the common denominator. 2 failed marriages. There's a problem with me. Okay? There's a problem with me, and I gotta look at the man in the mirror, and I gotta own my stuff before I can sit here and try to change somebody else to conform to my mess, because I was still broken. Yeah. And in order to do that, I had to change for me first. And when I changed for me first, it changed everything in my life: my marriage, my relationship with my kids, my career.
Amen. From the back of the room. I see you, Tracy.
It changed everything for me. It wasn't, because I always thought in the beginning of my relationship and our marriage is that, well, he need to change. There's just some things that he need to change about himself. And when I began to change me is when everything around me had to change, because they could no longer approach me the same. People could no longer react and respond to me the same, because now I am different. And we tell people in our coaching, especially if it's a couples or a marriage coaching, we tell them up front, look, this coaching is not just meant to help you change your marriage. You're not just doing this for your marriage. You're doing this for you as an individual. Because how we coach so that you become better first as a man and woman of God. And then everything else is encompassed in that change.
So let me give you a little opinion from our point of view and what we've learned. Now, what we know. women, you cannot make women cannot. Once you get married, women cannot make a man be a better man. You can't. You're a woman. A man can't make a woman be a better woman. But once you get into a relationship or a marriage, that woman can build you as her husband.
Yep. Not as a man.
Man, husband, two different things.
Totally different things.
That husband can build that woman as his wife. Period. But guess what? I can have men in my life that can build me to be a better man.
Yep.
And she needed women in her life that can build her and push her to be a better woman.
Exactly.
If I can be a better man and she can be a better woman, we can help each other be what we need to be as husband and wife.
Yep.
But most of the time, people go into saying, I'm gonna help you do this. That's not your job. Your job as a woman is not to build a man. It's to build him as a husband.
Right. My prayer when Joaquin and I were in the trenches of our marriage, my prayer was that, God, I need you to make me the wife that you are calling me to be for Joaquin. I couldn't be his aunt. I couldn't be his mom. I couldn't be his grandmother. I couldn't be any of those other women that was in his life. I had to be what God was calling me to be for him. That wife that God was calling me to be for him. And that was my prayer for many years. Many, many years. Because God was transforming me from the inside out.
Yep.
And so, yeah, I had to pray. I had to pray for God to work in me and through me, because I couldn't have become the wife that I am to him now by myself.
Yep.
I had to have God at the forefront leading that, but I also had to have godly women in my life pushing me, rooting me on, saying that I could do it, because in my mind, in my flesh, I couldn't. I couldn't do it by myself.
Hear that. Thank you, I Am Legendary 72. Hey, man.
Thank you.
As God moves, we hope he open up the doors for us. No, we know he's going to open up the doors for us.
Absolutely.
Once again, it's about being patient.
Yeah. Somebody said, preach, y'all past the offering plate. Well.
Yep. And this is what we love doing, man. We
Yes.
see a lot of marriages out there struggling. We coach a lot of marriages that are struggling. And what we let them know is they're not alone.
Okay.
Yeah, you are not alone in your struggle as a husband or as a wife. Being a husband and being a wife is an everyday journey. And we have to focus on today. Because if I try to look for tomorrow, the Bible is clear. The Bible is clear when it says tomorrow has enough problems of his own.
Yes.
Let's focus on today.
Thank you for that. Somebody just on TikTok said, can you guys read some of the comments? They have some questions. They have some really good ones. They really do have some good ones over here on YouTube. So
it keeps going out. We apologize.
yeah, we apologize. It keeps going out on our end, you all. So I'm going to start with Jasmine, living as a single mother. She says, so should a person always have someone who can tell them when they are wrong without coddling them?
Yes,
Absolutely. Always. I still have them people in my life, 11 years later.
Yep.
Yes.
And,
yes.
and you really want to grow to a point where you can have your wife or your husband say some things to you that you necessarily don't want to hear, but it's truth.
Right. Absolutely.
It's truth.
Okay. Then I have another one. Should your therapist be the same sex as you or the opposite sex as you? So Caitlin, it all depends. You can have a male, you can have a female. What we're finding in what we do is most women want a female. They want somebody that can relate to them. They really, really do. Men, when we talk about marriage coaching and couples coaching, we're finding that the couples want a pair. They don't want just a male or a female. They want the male and the female. They want someone who has been through what they've gone through, or who has overcome.
Yeah.
So
One thing we love about our singles is that when they come to us, they get both perspectives.
right.
See, they get the perspective of the female, hold yourself to this standard, but also they get the perspective from a male's point of view of, but do you understand that we think this way? We hear this when you say this. We see this when you do this. And it's always, I never thought about that. You're right, because you're a woman. You have to have balance in everything that you do. Mm-hmm. Everything.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. What has that person been through? Are they fresh out of college with a degree? Are they teaching you just from the black and white?
Right. Yeah.
Are they by the book? Or are they speaking from the book and personal experience?
Are they relatable? Can they relate to what you're walking through? You know, Kelly Cruz. Yeah, there you go. So Kelly is talking about balance in the marriage and helping do this, and as far as the wife doing everything in the marriage. Kelly, in your marriage, it's a conversation between the both of you to say what is and what is not. What does your marriage balance look like?
Yeah.
For Joaquin and I, ours might be a little more different than most people.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Ours might be a little different. I had a client tell me the other day that I need to clone Joaquin as a person so that my man has the same qualities as him. Okay? It's different. Our roles over the years of our marriage, Kelly, has changed. Okay? There was a time when Joaquin worked all the time. There were times when I was the breadwinner, Joaquin was the breadwinner. It didn't matter because our money was all one.
Yeah.
So that really didn't matter. But it was a matter of who takes care of the inside of the house, who takes care of the outside of the house, who does this, who does that. I get that. And here's the thing, you guys have to communicate and be able to come to a happy medium at what your marriage looks like. What does the work in the marriage look like? Who takes a hold of the kids? We share every responsibility in our home. Every responsibility.
We share it, but everybody don't do it. Just saying, we do share it though.
We share the responsibilities in our home. Okay? Prime example, Joaquin went and ran my bath water for me earlier today. Okay? I get out of the tub, I get myself dressed and everything. You know what he tells me? He says, I'll go clean out the tub while you get set up for our live. I mean, I would have cleaned the tub out. I'd already sprayed it down. I'd already sprayed it.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go. We back. I think we back now.
This is the thing. My wife never cleans out the tub. Never. Oh, I meant to do that. I'm the OCD one. But guess what? That's not going to cause the argument or instability in our house. I'm going to clean that tub out. I got it. You just go take care of that.
Sassy Cynthia, we have
Hey,
not
Sassy
planned.
Cynthia.
We haven't planned Arizona yet.
But we do have it in our look.
Sassy Cynthia, I'm gonna follow you, Sassy Cynthia, so that we can connect and at least talk about what's good. Okay? Yeah.
Matter of fact, let's set up a Zoom with Sassy Cynthia.
Okay. I'll get in contact with you, Sassy Cynthia. Yeah, Cynthia really wants us to come to Arizona, y'all.
Does she email us?
I don't know.
Sassy Cynthia, please go to our website, www.blendedandwinning.com and email us, please.
Boys, are y'all getting dressed?
Our email address is simple. It's blendedandwinning@gmail.com. blendingandwinning@gmail.com. Okay, so back to what we were saying, man. Balance is the key to when it comes around the home. And I'm gonna tell y'all this. Let me tell y'all this. Balance isn't 50-50. I know it blows y'all mind. So if you're going into a marriage or you're still having arguments with your spouse about it's gonna be 50-50, you're wrong. If I'm only giving 50% and she giving 50%, there's 50% in both of us left somewhere.
That's 100% that's lacking somewhere.
So we give 100%, 100%. However, it never looks like this, you all. In a marriage, when it comes to being balanced, it's always going to be this.
We're just being honest with you.
Just being honest with you. I clean. In my opinion, I clean better than my wife because I do it every day. I do things better than my wife, so guess what? I do those things. Can she do those things? Yes. But I do those things.
I keep asking Joaquin, will he allow me to hire a housekeeper? And he's like, why?
We have two kids left in the house.
Still, they don't do it the way he likes it to be done or as thorough.
You know why? And that's called the learning curve. They're 11 and 9. The more they teach them, the more they will be able to do it as they get out of the house. The only reason I'm the person I am now, and the way I can clean, cook, manicure, and take care of you, is because I learned it over the years of me growing. I'm not gonna have my kids run here seeing somebody else come into the house and clean the house that they mess up.
Okay, so when they leave, we can?
Yes.
We can hire one?
Yes.
Okay, that's still a lot of time, though.
See, it's never enough. It's never enough.
It is enough, but that's a long time before I get to hire a housekeeper. For the new house, we don't need one.
Yeah, for the new house.
For the
one,
new
like
house.
probably once a month.
Once a month, okay.
Maybe.
See, you can't get
But anyway,
hopes up like that.
100. And this is the thing. You all have to establish what does it look like in your house. You can't. This is what a lot of people say. Well, my mom and daddy never made me do this. You ain't married to your mom and daddy. Well, my mama always folded or washed my clothes. Well, go live with your mama. Those questions have to be asked before marriage. What do you expect out of me? I'm for real. Because this is the thing. They're painting a picture, a facade of what they want to say. Oh, girl, you know, I want this out of you. I want that out of you. And when the rubber hits the road, it's like, well, I expect you to do this. No, that ain't what I thought. I always told my wife, before I met you, I was preparing to be single. I wash my own clothes. I cook for myself. I pay my own bills. What we're doing is we're going to combine and we're going to make it together for us.
That's right.
I ain't expecting you to wash my clothes. I'm expecting you to wash our clothes. Same way I expect me to wash our clothes. I expect you to cook. I expect me to cook. If we're both tired, we're going out to eat. It's balance. But yeah, all this stuff about, well, this is the woman's job. Says who? If you were single as a man, would you not be would you not be making your bed? Would you not be washing your clothes? I hope you would be.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's iDaughtry 74, good for you. iDaughtry 74 said after blocking 2 guys and ending the relationship, I needed a break. No dating. Hold on. Is that gonna mess up YouTube?
That's okay. No, it shouldn't.
Okay.
If you two were messing up without the TV
I'm
on.
talking about the.
No, sorry.
Yeah, but like I was saying, iDaughtry 72, good for you. Because sometimes you just need a moment to get to know who you are, to rebuild who you are, to repair who you've been, where you've been broken. Somebody said, "Do what works for you in your own relationship." That's right. But what if you don't know what you want in your relationship? Yep. Baby Bunny Queen says, "Can you change an insecure man?" You can't.
Yeah, you can't. He has to learn the value that's within him first. See, that's all about changing self first.
But you can be encouraging.
You
to
can
him.
encourage. Yes, you can affirm. Okay. And those are some of the things that I think a lot of women find tough to do. I know I did. I found it very tough to affirm a man because he is a man. But then I learned that they still need to be affirmed because maybe growing up, they didn't get the affirmations that they needed to say, you can do this. You are better than this. You got it in you. Bring it out of them. Okay? But no, you cannot change that man. That man has to decide that I have value. That despite the experiences that I've had in past relationships or with my parents, I still have value. And it's about them understanding and knowing what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, what those things look like. It's a matter of all of that. Okay?
Someone said they hired a maid. No, we ain't hired no maid. Thank you.
Hey, thank y'all.
Someone on here says, they're right. In my opinion, I can't control people's lives, tell them what to do, but you do set yourself up in a not so comfortable situation when you move in with someone.
Yeah.
Living with someone before marriage is very risky. It is. It is. Me, right. And I don't care how long we've been together. That's yours. We haven't established anything together as a relationship. First of all, me as a man, I wouldn't want to move in with a woman. And what am I bringing? My furniture? No. I need mine.
Yep.
Yeah, I need man. And this is the thing. Most people are like, yeah, shacking is a sin. So yeah, so is sex outside of marriage.
Yep. But y'all do it anyway.
We do it anyway. So we ain't finna call out one issue
Right.
and leave all the rest of them open.
Right. No sin is greater than the other. Nope. So I have a couple of questions on here. How do you deal with the biological parent when you're the bonus parent?
You deal with them with love, or however they choose to be dealt with. And when I say choose, I mean by their actions.
Yes. And like I always tell you though, Jasmine, I always tell you, don't match their energy if their energy is negative. Don't match the energy.
Somebody said financial responsibility. If I move in with you, I have financial responsibility. No, if I have financial responsibility, I can have financial responsibility in my own place.
In my own place, yeah. Now that's one of the things Joaquin and I did. He had his own financial responsibility. I had my own financial responsibility. I didn't pay bills at his house. He didn't pay bills at mine. That was point blank. Joaquin didn't pay the first bill in our home together until 2 months before we got married.
Yep.
But that's how our relationship was. That doesn't mean that everybody has to have that same thing in their relationship. It worked for us. And that is why, to this day, when we combine finances, we combine finances. No matter how much of a spender I was, I eventually got to the point to where my husband had to teach me how to be a better saver.
Someone else here has, how do you deal with childhood traumas? That's a whole other session.
Grief recovery.
Yep, grief recovery. Donald Diverson. I understand what you're saying, but I don't agree with it. So I respectfully disagree. He says, I think you find out about each other if you live together. Nothing worse than being blindsided. First of all, you learn each other as you openly communicate, effectively communicate. The things about a marriage, I don't care if you live together or not, it's going to bring about a change.
Yes.
Because guess what? I may not be as clean as she are. She may leave dishes in the sink. I may not leave dishes in the sink. Mm-hmm. That works out what are my responsibilities and what are my non-negotiables, what are my do's and don'ts? What can you get better at?
Yes. Hey, Elizabeth.
So and not talking about you, but I always tell people, whenever you say things that goes against what should be done, it's always an excuse for me.
Right.
And I had a lot of them. So this is not me pointing the finger.
Yeah. And if you live with your girlfriend, your partner, or whatever, that's fine.
Yes,
we don't knock that at all.
Not
we
knocking.
don't. If it works for you, it
works
works
for you.
for you.
Works for you. God bless you.
Right.
But if you've lived with them for a while, you understand what we say when we say it brings
Yes.
about some difficulties.
Right.
That's all.
And then we also had someone on TikTok say, how do you get someone to see their value? Is you start asking them questions like, tell me what you think your strengths are. Tell me what you think your weaknesses are.
And Donald Divers, man, thank you so much for your input.
Yes.
Yeah, I respect you too and love you, man. Love you, man of God. And man, thank you for your support. But this is the thing.
What I have to say.
Oh,
It's okay. Go on. Go on.
No.
I forgot. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go on. Go ahead.
Yep. I apologize. But what was his name?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, Stacy.
That's okay.
Hey, but Iverson, one thing I do know about this is how men, and I'm speaking to the men, this is how we grow. This is how we grow as men, by having open, effective communication,
Yep.
just like this.
Yeah.
Not saying that you're right, you're wrong. Hey, let's get together and have forums like this so we can see how to mold and build ourselves better.
Iron sharpens iron.
Iron sharpens iron.
Yes.
That's what it's about. So this is, in no point in time have I ever sitting over here pointing the finger saying you're wrong. No. I had men that groomed me and still grooming me to be the man that I need God for me to allow me to be. So that's what it's about.
Oh,
Now I've messed my wife up.
yeah. No worries. I forgot what I was saying.
What were we talking about?
I don't know. So if you've missed any of the live, I think we've been on for almost 2 hours now. But if you missed the live on TikTok, you can go to YouTube. YouTube has been messing up, so I don't know if there are going to be some splices in there when you go and watch it. But you can go to YouTube and find the entire live on there. We're going to get ready to head out.
Yeah.
We have some family things that we're going to be doing today. So
I'm gonna say this. Natalie on here says, "How do you be equally yoked?" Equally yoked is a process.
Mm-hmm.
Equally yoked doesn't mean when I say I do and she says I do, we're equally yoked. No. I would ask you, when you crack an egg, if you take 5 eggs and crack them and put them in one bowl and just let them sit there, do they become equally yoked? Or do you physically have to take a fork or take something and whip them together? That's how you become equally yoked over time, process. Mm-hmm. Working together. Mm-hmm. Yep. So look, thank you all for your time today. Man, we were kind of bouncing a few places.
But remember, it was hot topics, so
It was hot topics. I'm about to put our
P.O. box.
P.O. box in here. Someone asked for the P.O. box earlier, so I'm gonna just put it in here real quick. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what. How do I write it in here?
Go
It's right here.
down 3 dots. 3 dots. Comment. Okay, so I'm going to actually speak to Ashley Smoot, and I think that she's on on YouTube and probably TikTok as well. Ashley, one of the things that my prayer has been for you lately is because I realize that whenever we're on, we talk about a lot of health issues with you. One of the things that I want to speak over your life is that you are healed from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. And I want you to personally start speaking that into your life.
Yep.
Because the more that we speak that I don't feel good, I have this, I have that, and all of those things, I want you to start speaking that I am healed, that I have been redeemed, that I am saved, I am renewed, I am refreshed. Because if you start speaking it and you start walking in your healing, you shall be healed. And that is in God's word, sweetheart. I pray for you often because I know that you have a lot of health issues, but I pray that you are speaking life over yourself. It is one thing, Ashley, to be alive, but it is one thing to live, baby. It's a totally different thing when you are living life and you're not consumed by allowing your physical illness to be what you consume and surround your life with. So I speak a healing over you from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. I don't want to see you come back on our YouTube or TikTok talking about how bad you feel, because you are already healed in the name of Jesus, okay? And I pray that you find the doctors that are blessed enough to get you to that healing place that you need to get to, Ashley.
Yep.
That is the one thing that I have truly, truly lived out. When I talk about illness and that physical health of mine, when I was diagnosed with shingles, I prayed every single day over and over and over again until my shingles went away after 10 days. And that doctor sat in that hospital and told me that you will probably deal with these shingles for 90 days. I said, the devil is a lie. And I began to speak life and healing over me, as well as my husband.
Yep.
You are only what you speak in your life, baby girl.
Yep. And what you accept to receive, people say about you.
Yes. Yes, you are. You are exactly what you choose to speak over your life. So if you speak healing, you shall be healed. And you got to have faith, and you got to believe in knowing that he will do it. If he did it before, he'll do it again.
Yep.
And you got to trust that, Ashley. I pray for you often, Ashley, because you always come to my mind when I talk about healing and when I'm in my prayer time throughout the week. So speak that thing over your life. Speak it. Yep. No, I don't want to hear any more about that. I'm this, I'm that, and it's not. I'm healed. I feel better.
I'm beautiful.
I'm beautiful.
I'm loved.
I am,
yep.
Baby. I want you to start speaking them things, Ashley.
Yep.
So that's what I want you to start doing, okay? And I'm speaking directly to her because over the past few months, Ashley has had some very, very, very tough times physically and in her health. But I speak that over your life right now. I do.
And we encourage everyone else, to speak that for yourself.
Yeah.
We sit on here and we joke a lot, and you see our transparency, you see our unity, but it all starts with the God. And we're not on here trying to push God in your face.
Right.
We allow our lifestyle to do that.
Yeah.
Our love to show you that.
Right.
But God is the center of our foundation. He's the center of our marriage. Whether we're together in the same bed or we wake up in different cities, we're always going to pray together.
Yes. That's what we do.
Yeah, we always pray together and pray over each other.
Yes.
And pray for each other. If I'm struggling with something, she's praying for me.
Yes.
If she's struggling with something, she's praying for me. And there is no, I'm embarrassed. I don't want to tell my wife, years ago, I struggled with porn. Yes, I'm being honest with you. Yes. And I had most difficult time in my marriage, so I wouldn't cheat. I started watching porn and then realized I was still cheating. I almost got addicted to porn. And guess who I had to go to ask to pray for me?
And go see what your sister doing.
But look, we ain't finna get on all that. Look here, that's a whole other segment. Mm-hmm. But look here, man, we love y'all. We love you with the love of Christ. My name is Joaquin Loper. This is my beautiful wife, Stacy Loper.
Hey, y'all.
And we are blended and winning.
And so are you.
Thank you so much for being here. D. Clark, thank you. Taj, thank you. David,
thank you.
Tell your wife we said, hey, Taj, can't wait to see you, sweetie. D. Clark, thank you. Everyone else, man, we love you. Love you with the love of Christ, man. We pray that we've grown together here today, and we look forward to seeing you all again. Monday.
We don't know about what time. I think we're going to come on early Monday and late Monday. So I think we're going to do twice Monday. Okay?
Yep. So, our YouTube address is Joaquin and Stacy Loper.
Yep.
Joaquin and Stacy Loper.
Yep. All right. Thank you all so much. And with a hoo-dee-hoo!
And bloop bloop! Y'all hear our boys?
The boys in the back was like, blue, blue. We love y'all. Bye-bye.